Donald Trump took to Truth Social today to bemoan the fact that a federal judge has told Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin that it is too close to the election to be purging voter rolls. A 1993 law for the Voter Registration Act says you cannot purge rolls within 90 days of a federal election. Now, we are less than like 10 days to the federal election, so definitely within that 90-day window. And Donald Trump took to Truth Social, calling it a travesty, saying that it's a corrupt ruling and that sleepy Joe Biden and Comrade Kamala want to make it so they're weaponizing the Department of Justice. They're blaming me for it, but they're weaponizing the Department of Justice to do this, and it's a crooked judge, and it's his usual talking points. The simple fact of the matter is the law says within 90 days of the election you cannot purge voter rolls. But Donald Trump went on to say that they're going to put non-citizens back on the rolls. They want non-citizens to be able to vote. There's no proof that these are non-citizens. That's just what he's saying. And it was some very sketchy data anyway as to why these people got removed. And of course, Governor Youngkin is going to appeal. And Donald Trump says, well, yes, he's going to appeal. Hopefully the Supreme Court can set it right. Clearly sending a signal to his Supreme Court, as he thinks of it, because he appointed 1/3 of them to rule in his favor. Now, maybe I'm stretching a bit there, but still, Donald Trump wants us to go to the Supreme Court. Problem is, there's not going to be enough time. There won't be enough time for even an appeal, I don't think, at this point, because it's probably going to be dismissed pretty handily. And I believe that even if it does happen to reach the Supreme Court between now and Election Day, they're going to rule with the federal government on this. The law says you can't purge voter rolls within 90 days of an election. We are at about 10 and counting. Donald Trump doesn't care what the law says. He just wants this talking point of non-citizens voting. So he's going to use any opportunity to scream about it. It's not a winning strategy. It's not going to work for him. And as I've talked about in numerous videos, non-citizens, undocumented immigrants, migrants, whichever term you choose to use for them, they're not voting in any significant numbers that would affect an election. Most of them won't risk anything to go vote, because if they get caught, that's them committing a crime, because it's already federally illegal. If they get caught, they could do jail time or they could be deported. They are not going to risk it. But Donald Trump thinks this is a winning talking point, and it's really one of the only talking points he has in this election is immigration. So he's sticking to it. But it's not going to work. It's not a travesty. This is the justice system working the way it should. But Donald Trump doesn't understand, nor does he care about any of that.